We got a question from Jesse, and this one it's long, but there's some good parts to it. So let's go. My son is heading to college in the fall, and I've been making it a point to say yes to every minute he wants to spend with me before he leaves. For the last couple of months, we've been going to the gym together, which is one of the best ways I can imagine for a parent and child to spend time together. I agree with you, Jesse. The one challenge I'm having is that my training goals align with your programming, specifically easy strength for fat loss and the armor building formula, while he wants to bulk following a bro bodybuilding split. Shocking for an 18-year-old male. I know. We've been doing it his way because the value of our time together and his enthusiasm around it far outweighs my training preferences. But I'm starting to put on some unwanted mass. Wow, that's interesting. Which I'd like to curtail. A thought I had was to apply an easy strength approach to my load and volume while following our chest tries, back buys, shoulder leg split. Okay. Exercise selection. That way we are still working out together in the gym, not just at the gym at the same time, and he gets to pursue his bulk, which is keeping his motivation high. Any thoughts on how that would work, or any other suggestions of how I can modify things to work better for my body goals without sacrificing any of the time I'm getting to spend one-on-one with my son in the gym? Well, okay. And I certainly understand why an 18-year-old boy wants to do that kind of training. It's interesting because what your son is doing is what I recommend for 55 and older trainees. I recommend, you should bodybuild in that weird bro split style after 55, because I'm 68. And I got to tell you, man, recovery changes, man. Now, I'd like to be like someone online and say, oh, no, man, I just got to outwork the recovery. Folks, at my age, when you worry about Medicare cuts and Social Security cuts as an American, because, why do those old people need all that money? Wait a second. I do have some, I do have those issues. It does take me a while to recover from some workouts. I get sore, more sore than I used to. So I like what he's doing for a plus 55-year-old. Now, there's no way we're going to talk any 18-year-old out of training like, he's getting ready for a bodybuilding contest. But what you can do, let me just give you a couple quick pieces of advice. If you're going to do an easy strength style with the bro split, what I'd recommend is you always do a set or two. You know that on easy strength, where you have those one workouts where you just do one set of 10, that in my 2-week protocol, it's just after the heavy double day, you come in the next day and you just take one set of 10 and go, half the load you were using just to get yourself to feel good. But on the day you're doing the chest and triceps, maybe one light set of 10 in the deadlift, one light set of 10 in the front squat. I'm hoping you're doing loaded carries, and maybe even chest and tries, maybe an appropriate pulling motion. For most of our listeners, doing a set of 10 in the chin up or pull up wouldn't be a light day, but if you have a machine, or if you want to do rows, something like that. On the shoulder leg days, you probably wouldn't have to do a lot of extra stuff, because you're going to cover most of the things you do on easy strength. But, again, that pulling thing, one set of 10 might be a good idea. And on that back buys day, that would be a good day to add one set of 10 in the press, one set of 10 in the squat. And I guess, depending on what you're doing for your back, one set of 10 or so in the deadlift, all reasonably light, kind of deloaded. So stay with that traditional split that you've written up here, which is interesting. And when I say traditional, folks, there's a tradition before this tradition. which was a little different. They used to emphasize whole body workouts. So when you do this kind of 1980s split, just add one set of 1, 2, or 3 additional exercises, set of 10, very, very tonic-y feeling. So when you finish that set of squats, I want you to kind of stand up and go, that felt good. When you finish that set of deadlifts, when you put the bar in the ground for the last time, you stand up. I don't want you, reaching your hand back because you're cramping somewhere. I want you to put the weight down and go, that felt pretty good. Now, you'll also be able to progress very quickly on these one set of 10. By the way, if you think 10's too many, do whatever you think. And if you don't think it's enough reps, add more. 10 is just a good number on the Easy Strength protocol. When you're doing these over time, you might notice, like, for example, say you're deadlifting 300 on your heavy day, one set of 150 for 10 on the deadlift. Now, for me, I would find one set of 10 on the deadlift, no matter what the load is, kind of hard for whatever reason. I'm a good hinger, but, anything after 3 reps seems to hit my cardiovascular system. But you'll find that, maybe at first, the first workout, try 135 pounds. Maybe the next time that was way too easy. Good. Wait till next time to up the load. Take your time simply nudging those lifts up. And the other thing, Jesse, by the way, and I think it's great that you're training with your son. I just think that's fabulous. But, as you do the workouts with him, try to encourage him to do the extra work too. Because remember, getting strong is like learning to type and learning to type faster. It's the repetitions, it's teaching the nervous system. As he gets stronger and stronger, he will look better in, the shape of his muscles, or whatever we want to call it this week. He will look bigger because, when you're benching 405 for 8 reps, you're probably be looking better than the guy who bench presses 85 for 8 reps. And it's just natural to say that. But we always want to nudge those strength levels up. Great question. I hope that made sense to you. I actually have a workout like that. I think it's in the Armor Building Formula. Yeah, it is. It's in the barbell program where I recommend doing this. It's a program I've been using a long time. It was one of the original templates of Mass Made Simple, but it's in there in the Armor Building Formula, something similar to this, okay? Thank you. I hope that helped.